everyone, it's Mike.
And Ravin.
I'm about to play our next game of Zombicide White Death.
Yeah.
We got a couple new guys finished up now too, and working on some more Abominations, and we got a new Necromancer. Not fully done yet, but we're going to try them out this game.
Yes.
And this one's called
The Last Tomes. So the corruption creeps on the ramparts, opening the way for zombies. The last assault has created several breaches in the wall, threatening the district. Rallying the retreating soldiers is quite easy, as they have heard of our past deeds. Together we could repel the zombies long enough for the civilians to get to safety. The soldiers tell us about their previous leader, an enchanter who used magical tomes to repel zombies and seal the ramparts. The hero died in the zombie assault, but his last tomes are in the area. The zombies will come back sooner or later, but for now, this place is ours and we draw the line. So the objectives are, we need to banish the corruption.
Okay.
The quest succeeds as soon as all the corruption tokens are removed. So,
okay.
And then for the special rules for the setup, we have to shuffle the blue and green objectives randomly among the red objectives face down. Split the survivor team as evenly as possible between both survivor starting zones.
That too. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do the setup too. So we'll flip these around. And you want to shuffle those up. Okay, and I'll put those objectives on. Just like all other Zombicide games, each tile has a spot where you can put each objective.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put those on. And the beacon's over there too, so they're all on now. Okay.
So each objective gives 5 AP to the survivor who takes it.
Okay.
The blue and green objectives represent intact banishment tomes. Place the objective token on the survivor's dashboard. It doesn't take an inventory slot and can be traded like an equipment card. Each red objective represents a fragment of the last banishment tome. They are placed on the survivor's dashboard in the same way as above and may be traded as well. A survivor may gather all fragments on their dashboard to reform the last tome. They discard all red objectives but one.
Okay.
So to get rid of the corruption, for one action, a survivor standing within range 0 to 1 of a zombie spawn token, not a defiler spawn token, may discard a banishment tome from their inventory, then resolve these effects in this order. The zombie spawn token is moved to the starting spawn zone, increasing its spawn rate.
Okay, so that one, because we've watched a couple Prey Foods have figured out, it's a little confusing with that one sometimes, but so let's say you banish number 3, it goes to the starting spawn point, which is number 1. So wherever 1 is, even if it gets pushed by the next master, that spawn goes to that zone. Then the corruption behind that zone gets discarded.
Right.
So the only one that's weird is you don't discard number 1, because if you discard 1, it's still going to stay there and the corruption will go away. So you could start at 2 or 3, but...
Right. That makes sense. So starting from the corruption token under the remove spawn zone, that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Remove it and everything. So we don't need to repeat it.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Got the guards in there too. I think that's it. So if anything else comes up, we'll talk about some of the new... Where is it? There, we got the new Necromancer. That's the one that freezes zones. That's a trophy abomination, so it can only show up once. And if it does show up, your max range is only 1.
Ugh.
But if you kill it, your max range increases by 1 for the entire game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And we have a new daily, not fully done, but I forget one's name. We'll look at the special Frozen Fortress rules for it. I believe it doesn't move. It's like the cheerleader from the other one, but the cheerleader moved. He doesn't. So he stays in the zone, and any zombies that start in his zone get an extra activation.
Okay.
So he's a pig cheerleader like the other one.
That's funny.
Yeah. Started some of the zombies. So the paints in the background are how we're doing some of the zombies. Batch painting when I go to your work. But we're using a lot of speed paints too. And this is like the prototype of, remember last game we were playing that was overcrowded?
Yeah, the pile.
We're going to try maybe using this random pieces of stuff I use for movement tiles for doing that to putting up more zombies.
Yeah, instead of just having a lump on the board.
Yeah. So we'll start off with your team. Hanzo will go first.
All right, so Hanzo's going to go first. And for his first action, he is going to trade Sarnai, who is the white-haired lady that's in the zone with him.
That's we used her in the first game. She's one of the core 6.
Yes. He's going to trade her for her objective. Sorry, not objective. For her sword.
Yeah, because that's a sword that you can dual wield.
Yes.
And it does 2 damage if you dual wield, was it?
Yeah, so he's going to have double shashkas.
Nice.
That's how you say it. So, for his second action, he's going to go into here.
Okay.
And for his third action, he's going to pick up that objective.
Okay.
So, let's see what it is. And it's the green one.
Well, that worked out fast. Okay. So that gives you 5 XP. They each give you 5 XP.
Mm-hmm.
And that one you don't got to build. You can just walk up and banish one of the corruptions.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Who's next? Sarnai?
Yes.
Okay.
So she has no weapons now. So she's going to go in here for 1. And then she's going to search for 2.
Okay, it's the red ones.
And she got a crossbow.
Nice. Okay. And you have one more action. We can move guards, or you can move back out.
She's gonna move guards. We're gonna move this group with these ones.
Okay. And for your next one, yeah, who's that character? She's a new one.
Mito Rico?
I think there's an actual. I saw when I was on YouTube. There's a video that they tell how to pronunciate the names.
I'm gonna have to watch.
I didn't pronounce the names. Okay.
But she's very cute.
And she has shove too, so
which
that's
is
cool.
Amazing.
So we think we'll play aggressive with her. Try and maybe get that objective over there before it gets pretty crowded.
Yeah.
Okay.
She also has lucky as her orange skill. Cool.
Yep.
So I'm going to use her 3 actions and move her up to the stairs.
Sounds good.
So we'll do 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And we're using Arcus. Some of the painted ones I figured we'll use each one twice if we can, before if they go to a customer or not. So we'll use Arcus again. But after we use them twice, we'll try to cycle new ones.
Okay.
Or if I finish up more painting ones, we'll bring them. But just like last time, Arcus has to pick a guard skill. So do you want to shuffle up the guard skills? I was also looking at the Internal Empire too.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool expansion too, and it's a campaign. And then there's Chi too. So there's Chi cards. If you use a character that doesn't have a Chi skill, they have cards like this that you can give them a Chi skill too.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
So,
pick the third one, not that one.
1, 2, 3.
What do we get?
So, guards damage to melee.
Okay. So that's going to be his skills, and we got that attack too that he gets instead of armor.
Yeah.
He can't put in. Oh no, you can only put an armor slot in that. You can't put any equipment in that spot.
Right.
So I just moved Arcus free there. I'm gonna, cause Sunjian has Bloodlust melee, so he's gonna be good to push forward and be aggressive.
Yes.
I'm gonna move him down 2. And then I'm going to search in that zone because I have a lance now, but I want to find a more closer range weapon so I can use Bloodlust better.
Sounds good.
So let's see what I got here. And, oh, that works. Great sword. He can actually fit a great sword in his armor spot. So I'm going to put it right there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to go right there. And I figure I'll leave that one for Sanjian. I'm going to trail back maybe to get that objective with Atsugi-aya.
Okay.
So she's going to move 2 back, straight back, so through the ruins with the guards. 1, 2, and then up 1. Free. Okay. Oh, and I totally forgot about that too. Sunjian has a free guard action.
Nice.
So his guard action, we already got those together. Let's try to keep something. We'll move the guys out from the ruin down into that zone. Yep. So you have a group of 4. So that's us. No zombies on the board. So let's draw from number 1 first. First spawn.
4 brutes.
Okay. And like the dailies last time, because now we have a daily brute. And the daily starts as a walker, but can shift like the other game.
Yeah.
When we roll dice. Once we get to yellow, they'll come on.
Okay.
on the first spawn that shows them. So 4 brutes are going to be at 1. Number 2.
2 runners.
And number 3.
4 walkers.
Okay, so we'll put them on, and then the turn would shift over to Sanjai. Okay, so Sarnai's going to go.
Yeah. So.
And her blue is, she has spellcaster, so she can cast a spell for free.
Yes, and she also, her guard skill is slippery.
So when she activates guards, they can slip out of the zone.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Well, because I tried looking at, there's slippery and evade, and from the look of it, evade and slippery look like the same skill.
Okay.
So I don't know if, because these were the core box, if slippery was made first, then they use the evade skill. Once it comes up, we'll see.
Okay.
Because I think it does the same thing. Slippery lets you slip past the zone without spending extra activations.
Mm-hmm.
Evade, I think, does the same thing. The only difference, I think, one is... But no, if you don't lose X, I think it's the same. So we'll have to look when it comes up.
Okay. So, Sarnai's going to go.
Okay.
For her first action, I think she's going to do a guard action. The guard's range is only 1 though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to move them up then?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go to those runners. Okay.
Yeah, and then...
You have 2 more actions.
She's going to come out and move. So she'll go 1, 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Mio Rico now. We'll get the names right eventually. She's going to go up on the wall.
The aggressive.
For 1.
See what that...
See what this is.
That would have been awesome if it was
If it was
the other one. You could have just got rid of. That's you could, if you're lucky and that gets placed there, you can get through this faster.
Yeah.
And just get rid of 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just
that will give you 5 XP.
Move her over there.
So you've done 2. And also it would have been nice if we had, someone with sprint. You could have ran up there pretty fast too.
Yeah.
So if you're list building your team, having someone with sprint would really help.
Absolutely.
You have 1 more action. So the way I figured, those cauldrons are there, and those corruptions might go. You might not have a chance to actually use them. So you're going to put in the yellow fast. I figure the guards could deal with those runners. You could dump a cauldron on those brutes, or you can run back down the stairs. But then you have to deal with the brutes afterwards.
Can she push the cauldron? Oh no, I'm getting it confused with moving the cauldron.
The cauldron takes 3
actions to move.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's a good point. I think it takes 3 actions. 3 actions to move a cauldron, and I forget if it's 1 action to dump it. We'll double check.
Yeah.
So lucky you caught that one. We can't dump it because it costs 3 actions to dump a cauldron.
Right.
Or 3 actions to move the cauldron and you move with it. Or guards in the same zone, if there's 3 of them, can dump it. You can't also dump cauldrons on the battlefield wall, but because the corruption's there, it counts as a street zone, so you can actually dump it there. But you don't have enough actions, so you're going to get your way out of there? Come down the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. So first thing I'm going to do with Arcus is I'm going to pick up that objective.
Let's see what it is. The red one.
Okay, so that gives him 5 XP. Wait to bank that, because then first rolls of dice, I'm going to use those 4 guards to attack into that zone with the runners. His guard's skill is guard 2 damage melee. Okay. So you can shoot up onto the wall because you have line of sight. Once you're on the wall, you have line of sight all the way over top of buildings, but not into buildings.
Yes.
But it works at the same effect. Everyone can see you out because you're up on top of a wall.
Right.
But that isn't even a wall anyway because of corruption. It's a street zone.
Right.
Because of corruption. So 4 dice. Hitting on 4s. Nice.
So
you got all 3 of them.
Yep.
Oh, there's only 2 there. So 2 XP for you.
Cool.
Oh, not for you. You're rolling the dice, but it's for my character, Arcus.
Yes.
So I realized I forgot about that too. Because we're getting tomes, we have 3 sorcerer characters in this one too. I figured it fits too.
Yes.
So Arcus is the first to yellow. So I have 3 more actions. Actually, no, I searched that. I shot with the guard, so I have 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to search in that zone because it's not a ruin zone.
He got a katana.
Nice. So I'll put that in my hand. I'll move over to where Sunshine is. Okay. So that wasn't sticking ahead. I should have not moved him in there because Arcus got that because I thought there was a door there. There's not. So first thing he's going to do, though... Oh, he got a great sword. Let's not waste thing. So I'll move up 1, 2 across. So on, across there. No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm debating if I'm going to do a guard. Oh, I get a free guard action with him. So I will move across. Free guard action. They're sitting right in front of objective. These are okay right now, I think. Let's move, just in case something goes bad, let's move those guards up for free onto the stairs. That was his free guard action, so he's done. Aya's going to go into the zone next to her where the beacon is. Let's search that objective. That's red. Oh, okay. So that means, is that all of them now?
Nope.
Oh, there's one, the 2 there. Okay. And we have to collectively put the red objectives in someone's backpack to make 1 tomb. So, Tome, we'll have to trade that.
Okay.
So she moved over. She searched. She has spellbook first. Guard action. I don't want her to trail behind too much, so let's push her forward.
This way or back?
Forward. And then you got...
Hanzo.
Okay.
So Hanzo's going to go. For his first action, he's going to go here. Second action, he's going to go here.
Maybe not go right in front of the spawn zone just in case. We've learned from other ones if you get double act... If they get a... This one doesn't have double activations because Abomination, but the extra activation or...
Yeah.
Don't want to get too aggressive. We were already aggressive with her, so...
So for his last action, he's going to do his guard action.
Move up our group.
Yes. And they're going to move here.
So that's everyone?
Yes.
So the turn would shift over to your character. What's her name again?
Mito Rico.
Okay.
That's what I'm going
But we'll do the zombie activations. So fatties would move forward. They would move forward. And then we'll do spawning. So stuff is moved. So let's do spawning. So from number 1. First Necromancer. So I think I mentioned it in the last game, but even though we have 2 Necromancers, the Filer Necromancer always has to be on the board first.
Yes.
So even if you had like 10 and he isn't on the board, it'd be nice to have other ones on there, but you always have to have him on the board. I think they did that for people that try to hide the Filer Necromancer and then don't worry about corruption spreading, but you have to have him on there.
Right.
So he'll come on the board with his spawn point. We'll do number 2 before the Defiler spawn point.
Runners.
4, because we are in yellow now. Oh, no, we don't have a daily runner yet. I'll have to do... Next game, we'll start with runners, because we did one with walkers. Then I always keep not fatties or brutes.
Yes.
In this one. I think there's different game modes. And then there's... Second Eternal Empire. I forget what those ones are called, because there's like super fatties or super brutes.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I think their rule... I was looking at it last night that you can't kill a zombie without chi or something unless you kill those ones first.
Oh, that's...
So, yeah. So we're talking too much. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be where...
Number 2?
Yeah, runners. And then number 3. Brutes, yeah, that's it.
And we are in yellow.
So number 3. So one of those will be the pig guy. I forget his name. I looked at it. So he won't move, but zombies that start there will get an extra activation.
Okay.
And then the Defiler spawn point. Abomination. So this one, the con doesn't have to be on the board. So we shuffle up the free Abomination cards. I think we already did, but we'll shuffle them now. Let's see if the Flaming Yeti from last game that we took on fire shows up. Who's coming?
Back for revenge.
Oh, it's just back there.
It's...
Weapons of max range is only 1 now. So you can still shoot the zone next to it, but you can't shoot long range with spells.
Okay.
Trophy. Max 1 range to all combat spells and ranged weapons. So if we kill her, we get that.
Yeah.
And it spawns once per game. So you can't spam the... It'd be crazy if you did it.
And her name's Amaterasu?
Yeah. I forgot. They all have cool stories and they all originate from folk tales and stuff. Yeah. Like that Necromancer It's like an ice succubus. This thing leads people into the ice. And, well, pretends they have stolen children and leads people and freezes them in the mountains and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll put those on the board. So everyone's on the board. So when that zone activates, he won't move, but that brute's going to get 2 actions.
Okay.
We kind of got lucky with placement on this one. That's the thing with this game. Sometimes you get really bad drops, and sometimes you get lucky, and now you'll be able to move up and drop the cauldron on there.
Yes.
That gives you a bunch. Sweet, but she is going first.
She is.
So, pretty sure you want to go up and just dump the cauldron on that zone?
Yes, but...
Oh, yeah, we said, we keep forgetting about that. It takes 3 actions. So what we could do...
Or 3...
guards in the zone. So we could spend a guard action to move the guards up there, and then the next person can dump it.
Yes.
Okay. So does she want to spend an action to move the guards up onto the stairs?
Yes, that's
Sounds like
first.
a plan. So Hansel's probably going to get rid of that spawn right there to move it over there.
Yes.
The zombies stay there, but the corruption and the spawn point's going to move.
Yes.
So we're going to shoot. You have Power Blast?
Yes, for her last action, because she moved down.
Okay. So hit it on 4s.
Yep. 1 dice.
Nope. And what does she have? Shelve, guards, evade. Okay. Oh, see, that's the one. There's Slippery and Evade. Evade and Slippery are similar. We'll look if it comes up.
Yes.
So she's done?
Yes, she is.
Okay. So Arcus is on the board, and he does have that Celestial attack where he can do free damage, 2 dice. But he's way over here, they're over there, so we'll rely on the Cauldron.
Okay.
Arcus is only in yellow, so maybe I'm not going to push him with the guards to get more adrenaline points. Oh, I got long twice there. I saw that it was called XP, and I was calling it AP. But it is AP because it's adrenaline points in this one, not experience points. They shift that between the games sometimes too.
Oh, okay.
So it is AP.
Okay.
It's adrenaline points.
Okay.
So he has one of the ones. Who is Soggy has the other one. A guard action. He'll move those guards up 1 towards Sunjan. There we go. So that's 1 action. His second action. Let's search in that zone.
Ice Storm.
Oh, nice. That's a spot for Sanjay. She can put that in her armor spot. Ice Storm. I don't know if that's come up in our other gameplay so far. If it has the 2 swords, that means it can be dual wielded. So you can actually have 2 Ice Storms in each hand.
Oh.
Or if, like Sanjay, you could have Ice Storm there and here and cast it with 2. It's 2-handed.
Nice.
If it doesn't have it, like the katana is only 1-handed. Same with the lance. So those are only 1-handed.
Cool.
So he moved up, and then he has 1 more action because he searched. He moved the guards. He moved up, and he is in yellow, so he has 1 more. He'll move into the zone where the guards are. So he does have Bloodlust melee now, but I can't go through that wall there because you can move 2 zones towards a zone with zombies and get a free attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you need line of sight to do it too, so you can't really like jump through walls.
Okay.
So he's going to move down 1. Pick up that objective. Come on. Oh, yes, it's blue. Okay, so that gives him 5 XP. Again, I'm going to keep doing that. I said XP. It's XP or AP. Same thing, just...
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do I want to push him to dump those, or do we want... Because everyone else is getting close to yellow. Who's falling behind? Sanjay. Sarnai.
Yeah.
And she's our last character, though. Okay. So, we'll get use of both those cauldrons. So I'll get her closer. I will dump 1 cauldron. Oh, I get a free guard action anyway.
Yes.
So he moved down. He got the objective.
Mm-hmm.
For his third, for his free action, I'll use the guards to dump the cauldron onto the runners.
Okay.
Because there's more than 3 of them there, so they'll dump that cauldron on that side, roasting those runners.
Cool.
So I only have 2 actions left. I don't have enough to dump the cauldron in that zone. I could Bloodlust. You don't need line of sight to do it, so you could move 2 zones and attack. But I don't think 1 action would be there. I could attack twice. I don't think I have enough actions to clear that zone.
Okay.
So...
You want to search, maybe?
What?
Search?
I already searched
Oh, right.
because I got the container. I forget that's another. If that's a search action to get the objective, then I couldn't search again, or if it's a different action. But I don't think I'll do that.
Okay.
Because then I could move forward. Oh, though if I roll a 6, it's +1 damage. It's a great sword. I could bloodlust into that zone, but then I'm also trying to get for 6s.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing really else because I don't want to move forward. I'm just going to forego the rest of my actions, even though I have 2.
Okay.
I totally forgot I have the blue objective too. I could bloodlust and it's an action to do it too. So I'm going to wait to do that next turn.
Okay.
So we got lucky with the blue and greens, but now we got to get each person has a different red objective, so we got to get them together.
Yes.
So who has the other? So let's go forward. Okay, so I'm going to move twice towards Hanzo.
Okay.
One into the building. 2. She has one more action. Because I want to push her forward. Are you okay if I dump the cauldron with the guards onto that zone with her?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to dump the cauldron with those guards onto that zone, getting 5, 6, because the defilers was 1 XP.
Okay.
So those guys get toasted. So that gave her 6 XP. The defiler spawn point's gone now. She is in yellow. So she moved up. Where was she? Here? Okay, so she moved up twice. She used the guards for free. She has 1 action left because now she's in yellow.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to go towards Hanzo for her last action. And we now have the trophy from killing that abomination. So all our ranges is +1 now.
Awesome.
And we forgot when you did the spell, that was still 1, so you could have done that, but it would have made a noise token.
Okay.
Nice. So we got to remember. So your crossbow now has a range of 1 to 3.
Cool.
And does it say weapons max range is increased to 1? So it's just a short form of the versions on the card. If it says survivors, like one of the people commented, a guard counts as a survivor for keywords. So if it says survivors, the guards actually have +1 range now too.
Oh, nice.
So we'll double check that now because we brought it up.
Yeah.
So sometimes like games works up. Wrong game. CMON game stuff. They're loose with some rules because that's a good and downside because there's a lot of flexibility, but it leaves room for rules. It doesn't say survivors on that abomination. It just says combat spells and ranged weapons.
Yes.
So combat spell, ranged weapon. I was thinking maybe the guards would get plus range, but the guards have a ranged attack, but not the ranged weapon. So the way I think that doesn't add to the range.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Ambiguity is the way
Yeah.
rules.
Okay. So where are we now? I just went. So now it's over to Hanzo?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because Kitty Girl went already, right? She was
Yes,
first?
She
Okay.
did.
So he's going to move up twice.
So
Spend an action to you get rid of that spawn point. It goes over to number 1, and all the corruption underneath it goes away.
awesome.
Last action, you move the guards down the stairs
Yes.
to help protect you. This one also, if the guards die, you don't lose the mission.
Okay.
It hasn't come up yet, anyone that we were looking at, but some missions, if the guards die, you lose.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay. Like the last game, that one, there is a wall there, so you can't see through to those ones because there's a little line there in between, so you can't
Yes.
see through that. So you moved the guards forward for
Yeah.
1 action?
For her first action, she moved the 4 guards up there, and then for
So
her
there's 2
last
more?
2, because she's still in blue, she's gonna move over here.
Okay. So turn marker will go to Arcus next turn, but we'll do moving. Okay, so let's start with this one first. So, because that's the daily pig brutes there, that brute would get an action and then another action. So I move down, I move that way. He doesn't move, and then we'll move everybody else.
Okay.
So that's everything moved. So that's scary if you get the extra activation. They get the extra activation plus his.
Yeah, that's
So
really
that's
scary.
if the runners start there, because it's just not brutes he gives extra activation, it's all zombies.
Wow. Okay.
So you'd have runners that have a bunch too. That's scary.
yeah.
Okay. So spawning. So from number 1, zombie siege. So now that corruption's done, the zombies could go actually up the wall that way.
Yeah.
But we put a zombie on each corruption zone, and zombies can go up onto the battlefield walls if they're getting to their destination, but no one's up there, so we're good.
Okay.
So we put the zombies in corruption, then they can climb up onto the wall, but to their destination. That is no longer a wall because corruption, so they don't move up. So we're good.
Yeah.
So number 2, which is now in spot of number 1. We are in, no one's in orange yet, right?
No, we're in yellow though. So 4 brutes.
Okay. And that was number 2, right?
Yes.
Number 3.
Another zombie siege.
Okay, so again, nothing's going to move up, but we'll put more zombies in the corruption zones. And that is not a zombie spawn card, so Crazy Raccoon's not coming yet.
Okay.
I think we mentioned that last game too. What I like about this one too is it seems that the zombies ramp up fast in this one, but they have ways to deal with it. So it escalates quickly, but you can get rid of them. Where some games, sometimes they escalate and you can't get rid of them, or you get pinned and it sucks.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Arcus's turn. So because Arcus actually drew the guard skill melee 2 damage, those 4 guards are going to try to attack those fatties for his action.
Mm-hmm. So hits on 4s.
They got 2. And the rest I just moved them up so we can get in position to start trading the tombs to somebody.
Yeah.
So I moved up 2, and you reminded me again too, I can't dump the Cauldron because I need free actions. There's not guards there.
Yes.
I was debating about banishing that one, but I think I'm going to get the objective for free. So we know that's the red one, unless we completely messed up. Yep, so that gives him 5 XP. Okay, now I moved up 2. I picked up that objective. I'm not going to banish because I don't want to stay there. Can't dump the call. I'm going to go back down the stairs. So just in case if the spawn rate goes forward or whatever, or I can always get it next turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back down the stairs. He also has a free guard action. So it's his free guard action. Those guards are going to attack those brutes.
Okay.
Oh, no, I can't. Remember that. His guards don't do 2 damage, so he can't do that.
All right.
His guards get just a free guard action. So what guard? Let's bring those guards up forward.
Yeah, because there's no door here.
Yeah.
There is a door here, though.
And I don't remember reading you can't have, because right now he has a banishment tomb and a red tomb. You can have both of them. You can trade them too. So, Okay. So Aya moved up 1 and then traded her tomb to Arcus. So he has 2 now because he's kind of our tank because he has Iron Hide, which gives you a 5-up armor save, basically.
Cool.
If you have armor, it stacks it too. So it would add +1 to your armor. So if you have a 3-up armor, now you have a 2-up.
Nice.
Her guard skill is push. I'm not going to push those guards, the brutes, off because Hanzo can deal with them because he has guard damage too.
Yes.
Okay. So she has 2 actions left. There's a brute in there, so they can't fight there. Oh, and you still have your whole team to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. And hers is guards evade. Let's push her up 1 more zone to where Hanzo and Kitty Girl is.
Okay.
She still has her starting. All she has is a short bow right now.
Uh-oh.
Who? So does anybody have anything there I can take? Hanzo just has that.
And Kitty Girl only has Power Blast.
Yeah, we'll let you keep that. Okay, I'm good. I'll make noise for my last action.
Okay, so
the noise. We didn't take the noise token off. We'll just leave it there.
Okay. 5.
So Hanzo's first action is to do his guard skill. They do 2 damage with melee.
So 4 dice.
4s.
4s.
You got 1. So you moved up for your next action, and you have 1 more. Hope you're trying to push a yellow. You're going to attack with both swords because they're dual wield, so you get 2 dice.
Yes.
Hits on what for these?
3s.
Cool. And if you roll a 6, it's 2 damage with this because you're dual wielding it.
Yes. Which I did.
Nice. So if you dual wield them, it does 2 damage. Not if you roll a 6. So you get rid of that brute.
Awesome.
And for your last action, you made noise?
Yes.
Because you don't want to get too close to those by yourself?
Yes. I agree.
Okay. So you moved over for 1 with Sinai, and you do have a crossbow which now has 1 to 3 range.
Yep. Then it does 2 damage. So we're going to shoot at that brute in the group of walkers.
Yeah, well, he's target priority, so you have to shoot him first.
Yes.
Because that doesn't have marksman, right?
No.
Okay. So 2 dice?
Yep. Hits on 4s. Awesome.
Nice. So you got the brute. So now that we dealt with that brute, you can use those guards to shoot out there. So 6 dice Hitting on 4s. Only one?
Yeah.
That's okay. So she's still in blue, so that was it for her?
Yeah, she's only at 2.
Okay.
So we're going to activate...
The cards again. Shoot into that zone.
Yes.
So 6 dice. 4s. That's better.
Yes.
Got rid of them. So, for your next actions, you moved over.
Gave the...
Tomb to Arcus.
She had a piece of the book.
Yeah, and I need one more piece to make it, because Arcus now has 3.
Awesome.
Arcus.
And then she moved back.
Yep, and that's everybody. So, next turn would be Sun Jian. And we'll do moving. So, again, this zone, walkers would get to move. Same. They can move down this way or that way. They would move towards... Well, they can see line of sight. So it's not diagonal in line of sight. So yes, he is right there diagonally, but line of sight is up, down, left, right.
Right.
So even though they're on top of the wall, they have clear range all the way across. Noisiest zone is over there. So they'll do their first activation. And then you would do lot. You can manipulate it because if it's the same distance, you can say, so they can go this way or that way. It's still the closest, but manipulate it to your favor. You might as well. So these guys will move up there to the zone, because if you move them down here for their first activation, then they would see him and move into his zone.
And they don't split in this game.
They don't split.
Okay.
So, but if it's the same distance, because going down or going across is the same distance to that zone, you can manipulate it in your favor. You can move them that way because that is still closest to the noise. Then for their extra activation, they can go up that way.
Yep.
If you did it the opposite way, you'd move them down. Their next activation would go into here. And it's not cheating. It's the
truth.
Yeah. So everything moved. So spawning now. So number 1.
Abomination.
Okay. So let's see which Abomination is showing up at number 1. Abomination. Okay. Number 2. We are no one's in orange yet. Nope. So 4 runners.
Yep.
Number 3. Necromancer. So still the ice one hasn't got to shown up because he still has to go first.
Okay.
But how she works is if she's on the board, any zone she has line of sight to, she freezes that zone. So you lose an action. So she's mean if she gets in proper placement.
How far does the freezing...
A line of sight. So if she's up on the wall and she can see all the way down, everyone in line of sight.
Wow.
Same up, down, left, right. Everyone in that just gets frozen.
Woo.
When I played the test game with her, the zone was right there. And then I was getting ready to set up. So everyone that was in there froze my whole team.
Wow.
So it sucked. Okay. So we'll put those on the board. So we do have to spawn for the Defiler spawn.
2 brutes.
Okay. So that's everything. Sun Jian will go first. So I was debating, I do have the actions now. I could spend 1 to go up the stairs, free actions to dump the cauldron, killing all that, which will give me a lot of XP. I'm at 14. But we're getting close now. I have 1 tome that's a fragment and the blue tome. So I think I'm just going to move up, and it is 0 to 1. That's still considered a street zone. You can look up there. I'm going to move up and get rid of that zone, putting it onto there.
Okay.
Removing the corruption on this zone.
Okay.
So this, funny, it came up in the test too. I saw it. Now if he moves, the corruption's going to spread even though we got rid of it. Mm-hmm. But no, we got rid of the corruption there. So the spawn point, number 3, went over there. So it's good, especially games like this, to keep track of where your Defiler Necromancer came from. So we marked it with a dice free. So when he moves, the 3rd spawn point is going to go forward. Not 1 and 2, the 3rd one goes. And this rule is whenever you get Banished Tome on the spawn point, everything behind it goes. So if 3 is up, you banish number 3 and everything behind it goes, and then you win.
Okay.
It would be dumb, don't banish number 1 or 2 because they'll be back here. And I think it actually says anything connected to it. So yeah, the 2 there would go, and the 1 in front of it, because it's connected, would go too. So it works the same.
Okay.
So they thought of that, so you wouldn't be euchred if this situation happens?
Right.
Okay. So he has 2 more actions and a free guard skill. So I moved up to there. My free guard action, I push those guards into that zone for my free guard action, because then we have 2 characters that can do 2 damage melee with guards.
Awesome.
So we got to try out the prototype. Might not look the best, but it clears it up more organized.
Absolutely.
I might cover it with snow or put something. I didn't want to put snow on it because then it would be hard to put the guys on it.
Yeah.
So I'll figure it out. And we had to make it open so we could see what's actually in there.
And tall enough that you could fit an Abomination.
Underneath. So, and then you could stack them. I know there's stuff for D&D and stuff. You see them when we're watching some of the other games. You can get those stackers. So that's something we can look for.
Yeah.
But there we go. So guards on top. That's there. So Aya's going to take those guards and use her blue skill to push them into that zone with everything.
Okay.
Because I want to maybe move them up into that zone, and then they can do melee damage, and then there's no target priority in melee, and that Abomination, I think it was Obama that you have to target him in target priority.
I think so.
This one there isn't. So once the guards are there, they could start picking off some of those runners.
Awesome.
So I'm going to do that after, though, because she has her bow. I'm going to spend 2 actions with her to shoot up there because it's only 1 die. So she's going to spend 2 actions, so 2 dice to shoot up onto the wall.
Hits on...
Freeze.
Okay.
I killed 1. So for her third action, she's going to do that again. 1 dice, free. Got him. Fourth action, guards are going to push those into that zone.
All right.
So I push them, so that works. It makes it easier for that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't come up with like a temple or something that you could do stack. This would be the perfect game to do it.
Yeah, look, I wonder if, because they did have, we didn't get the plastic wall, but somebody would try to put it on top of the wall and everything would go, phew.
Yeah.
Right? There's probably a reason.
Okay. So that was her turn done. So now it's over to Hanzo.
Yeah.
So Hanzo's going to help out by giving the tome to Arcus. He's going to move down 1. Trade with Sanjan to get the other tome. Move over 1 and give that tome to Arcus.
Yep.
So him doing that, I didn't even see that we could actually end it this turn. We'll play it out though. So we got very lucky where our objectives were.
Yeah.
Because when I played a test of this, I had corruption all the way up there. I was double activating abominations because I was running out of things. So it's nice that too, that you can play the same mission and it completely changes each time depending on your draw, which is nice.
Depending on
you
draw.
can use the same strategy knowing it, but your strategy gets messed up if random cards, right?
Yeah, depending on draw, depending on characters too.
Yep, big thing.
Yeah.
I use the same characters for the test too, just to see any flaws or figuring stuff out.
Okay.
Like that came up when I did the test too about moving. Wanting to know just in case when we do film it, if there's an issue.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we now? Sarnai. Okay. So Arcus is going to win this for us anyway. He's just going to go 1, 2, 3 and get rid of that corruption. Even though there's guys there, it just ends when the corruption's gone. The game is done.
Okay.
So we can still play it out because you still got, if we want to do anything. She does 2 damage with her bow, right?
Yes.
How many? Oh, she's still in blue?
Yeah.
She can go, oh, but she doesn't have marksman, so you can't do anything there.
No, there's not. And then, yeah, there's not really anything she can.
Even if she move, we would move the guards forward maybe for protection. And yeah, she's done. She could make noise a bunch if she wanted to, whatever. So that was 1 action, 2 actions, 3 actions. She has 4 actions?
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
Oh, so that's 3. Okay, so she made some noise.
Yeah.
Okay, then it goes over to Kitty Girl.
Yeah.
We did this also. Was all she had? Oh, yeah, all starting weapons mostly too. Some of them. What does her guards do? Guards.
Shove.
What?
Shove.
No, she has shove.
Sorry, she is shove. Her guards do evade.
Okay, so maybe for safe, we'll move those guards down the stairs towards us. Maybe.
Okay.
Just protection. And she can make a bunch of noise. Whatever. We don't need to keep it. That is the noisiest zone. There's everyone there. There's a lot of noise. We're all shouting to distract them. Well, we're distracting them. It's Arcus's turn. He's going to go, well, I got to make, okay, I am in yellow. That would be bad. He'd move up and then he has no more actions left. I did, oh, crap. Okay, no. So we'll move up 3.
So 1, 2.
Oh, you see? Lucky I said, no, okay, go back where he was. I jinxed myself. I gotta check the rules. I think it's an action to turn all those into a tome.
Oh.
Because funny, I said it. He could go up there for free. He'd have to spend an action to turn to a tome, and then he's standing in front of it, and he can't do anything.
Okay.
And then he gets smoked by a bunch of runners. So let's check if it's an action to turn it.
Okay.
So we just checked. Once you have all 4, it turns it into 1. You don't have to spend an action. It would, if you want to add it, that would have made a difference in this game. If you want to make it harder, it spends an action to do it.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
So he's just going to move up then. Free. Once he had all
3.
He can go there in front. Yeah. They would form into the last tome, and then he would get rid of all the corruption there. So all the spawns are still there. Corruption's gone. And that ends the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to double check if sort of check that before I did it. Does everything have to be off the spawn zone?
Uh-oh.
That's it. We finished the corruption, but they're still there. Okay, so let's check that. So yeah, the quest succeeds when all corruption tokens are gone. So they are gone. Oh. So all the corruption's gone. We still got, if this fight continued, Arcus is in a pretty bad spot, but...
Yeah. Because he was the last to go, yeah.
Yeah, and then it would be their turn. Abomination would move, runners would move in and destroy it. Yeah. And that's how Arcus died. Yeah. But no, he won. So that was... This went quickly than the test that I did, too. But like I said, the game changes each time, too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and if we'd gotten the Ice Necromancer, you were telling me about your...
Yeah, she didn't sew up, so...
That would have been... because it...
Yeah, because it's... I forget where she was. Like I said, they came over here and she froze us all and we lost an action, which sucked. If she comes up on the wall when you're on the wall trying to banish stuff, and then she just zaps your whole team, that would suck.
Yeah.
So hopefully next games will come up. By next game, she'll be painted too. Fully.
And it's not just 1 or 2 squares ahead. It's the whole...
Yeah, like left down. That's an easy way. Left down, up, right.
That's crazy.
Not diagonal. Because when I first saw it, it's like, oh, she has line of... If she's up on the wall, she has line of sight to the board, which make her even... If you want to play Big Boy League, maybe play it that way, that she has line of sight to the board.
Yeah.
If you want to... If the game's too easy, you could do it that way, which would make it really rough.
Yeah.
Especially if she's on the wall, she just freezes everything.
Mm-hmm. That would be crazy. Like a... Not well, it's still a line, so it wouldn't be an AoE kind of thing.
Yeah, but diagonally she can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Makeshift tracing kind of work. Might have to make. I thought I'd have to make another one because, like I said, when I played, there was a bunch of zombies on the board, but it worked out.
I think it's good. It's awesome.
So next time we'll try with some new survivors too, because some of these have been twice now too. Because maybe that's why Arcus died. Arcus is done twice now. So as even though the first time she's fully painted, Sanjai's done twice now too.
And so's
Hanzo.
Sinari. Sarnai, sorry.
That's why, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sarnai is fully painted now.
Yeah, and Hanzo. Yep.
So if there's anyone that you want to see, let us know. We can try to get them ready for the game too, or Abominations you want to see play.
Or even the daily...
Yep.
The daily zombies.
He came out. We didn't get to see Flaming Yeti this game, but...
What is this?
He caught on fire last time.
No, I know. It's just the way you said it. It's filet. It sounded like you said filet mignon. Like filet mignon.
But thanks for coming out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.